He said, mimi na kwa Kikuyu alisema mimi siwezi weka hii kura yote pamoja mtu akuje achukue. Wacha nikwambie Ligiji. One, Gachagua is not the party leader of DCP. If he was, he should be registered with the ORPP and gazetted. Gachagua is not even an official of DCP for the reason that he knows once impeached you cannot hold a public office. Na hiyo nilikuletea Kenya Gazette juzi na
you said that the last time
and I can also give you that copy of the Kenya Gazette now.
And
so
you're a lawyer.
I can tell you the Chief Justice told Sonko when he appealed on his impeachment, once impeached, permanently impeached. So we must start calling some of these things bluff. Hii mambo ya kuzunguka ukidanganya wa Kenya haina maana.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm surprised that Rigathi Gachagua, according to Jeremiah Kioni, is not the party leader of the DCP party. I don't know how true is that, but as you know, all of us, Rigathi Gachagua is the owner and the actual leader of the DCP party, the party leader. Ladies and gentlemen, for many years, we've been having an antagonism between Jeremiah Kioni and Rigathi Gachagua. The conversations have been there. This one attacks this one attacks the other. Now, recently, we had actually Rigathi Gachagua calling through his men, like Cleophas Malala, calling the Jubilee Party a red wheelbarrow. Ladies and gentlemen, that was fine. So I expected Jeremiah Kioni was to come up and answer this kind of an allegation. Now, then Jeremiah Kioni got an interview at Hot 96 on this particular channel. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, Jeremiah Kioni had a lot to say. That's what I want to take you through. But before I take you through, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mokwa Times, if this is the first time, please make sure that you subscribe. Thank you so much for subscribing. My number is always here. Talk to me, engage me, and if you want, you can support the channel. See you next time. Please keep following. Let me dive in. I saw many problems. Problem number one, Jeremiah Kioni exposed that Rigathi Gachagua alimuita wazimu.
Ulinikuta nimeweka sufuria kwa kichwa na ukasema mimi ni mwenda wazimu. Ukaenda nyumbani kwangu Daragwa twice na ukaambia watu wa Daragwa wapige magoti wote waniombee kwa uwanja kwa sababu nilikuwa mwenda wazimu. Ile sufuria ilikuwa nasema unafikiria inanifanya mwenda wazimu, ilikuwa ya kuambia wakati huo ya kwamba mlikuwa mnabomoa Kenya. So don't think that there are people you brought into the opposition. You found us in the opposition.
Now, so basically, when you look at what is happening in the politics right now, these are some of the problems that were in the previous election that have probably sustained until to date. So some of the differences we are seeing right now are as a result of the serious aggressiveness that Rigathi Gachagua put and other leaders in 2022. Like now, Uhuru Kenyatta's failure to meet Rigathi Gachagua and discuss Mount Kenya politics, probably not still reading from the same page by now. It's because of the history that they have in relation to 2022, where they attacked each other seriously. So, Jeremiah Kioni is angry with Rigathi Gachagua because of one simple thing. Aliniita wazimu. Alimuita wazimu kwa kuweka sufuria kwa kichwa. Telling people to kneel down and ladies and gentlemen, the second problem I identified here is entitlement of Mount Kenya.
Mimi na kwa Kikuyu alisema mimi siwezi weka hii kura yote pamoja mtu akuje achukue.
I feel strongly that the Mount Kenya community, as we speak today, most people listen to Rigathi Gachagua because it's very active. But it does not go well with Jeremiah Kioni and the other Jubilee leaders. That Rigathi Gachagua is the de facto leader of the Mount Kenya as we speak today. So therefore, Jeremiah Kioni also had an issue with that. That's a clear indication that these people could have issues until when they'll harmonize or maybe come to terms that either Rigathi Gachagua is the leader or Uhuru Kenyatta the leader of the Jubilee party. Ladies and gentlemen, when you see this kind of wrangles when it comes to the issue to do with leadership, it will proceed for a while. It will exist because Uhuru Kenyatta just got in and he has said atasimamia Jubilee mwenyewe. What does that mean? Even if they have a presidential candidate, Uhuru Kenyatta will have a big say on how things work. So meaning he's going to get to Mount Kenya by himself to ensure that at least he has delivered to the candidate that they want to present, if it's Dr. Kong of Fred Matiang'i, for instance. Now, another thing that Jeremiah Kioni exposed, ladies and gentlemen, it is this. It is okay that Rigathi Gachagua was a vice president, a deputy president. But what he did while he was in a president, while these others were in opposition, was also a big challenge. Of course, Rigathi Gachagua was very aggressive. Many things, bad things happened during that time when he was a deputy president, which did not go well with the Jubilee Party, especially Jeremiah Kioni. If there's someone who has existed in the recent opposition, it is Jeremiah Kioni. He has really been seriously fighting, ladies and gentlemen, to protect the Jubilee Party, which was being fought by the people from the Jubilee Party, like now Kanini Kega and, of course, Sabina Chege. So when all these things were happening, Jeremiah Kioni stood up to fight for it. When they had the demonstrations, Jeremiah Kioni represented the Jubilee Party. He was always in all demonstrations. They were always being tear gassed together. He used to cry all over. When sufrias were brought, he was the one who was knocking it with a spoon and then putting it on his head. So Jeremiah Kioni has been in politics before. So when it happens that Rigathi Gachagua was the one who was countering them while in government, ladies and gentlemen, these people could have been having some bad blood within them. So that is what actually extended until now. Now, another thing I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is this. Hayo yote tisa, kumi, these two people are brothers. If you look at when they are talking and sharing all these things, hakuna kitu serious, atumenita wazimu. Hii siasa ya Kenya, mwingine amita mwingine mchawi, mwingine mganga, mwingine mwizi. And right now they are calling themselves brothers. These people are not enemies. Rigathi Gachagua and Jeremiah Kioni, they can work together and enjoy an environment very well and actually deliver for the people of Kenya. So please, Jeremiah Kioni and Rigathi Gachagua, wake up very early in the morning, go sit at somewhere maybe in Karen, or maybe come to Kamakis, kula nyama choma, and then at least call it a day. Because I know you guys hamna kitu serious ya kupigana sahi. Unganisha mlima, piga Ruto. Simple as that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, another thing I was able to notice that Kioni appreciates Rigathi Gachagua a lot. Rigathi Gachagua has some strengths that no one else has. And apparently, Kioni knows one. Now, the orator skills of Rigathi Gachagua are beyond imaginations. This guy can destroy William Ruto. And apparently, as I heard from Jeremiah Kioni, they cannot destroy William Ruto without Rigathi Gachagua. What Rigathi Gachagua has, it is what William Ruto lacks. It's actually the weakness to William. In fact, to just make it clear, William Ruto's strength is orator skills. But now coming someone who is much more orator than him, then that means William Ruto is finished. So in a nutshell, Rigathi Gachagua needs to be in that team. So Rigathi Gachagua is very key in the opposition. Jeremiah Kioni has admitted that. And I think if I get it clearly, Jeremiah Kioni is also insinuating that without Rigathi Gachagua, they cannot beat William Ruto. They need Rigathi Gachagua to counter William Ruto. So please talk to him nicely, making him your brother the way he has been, and engage together. As I said, yote tisa, kumi, these are brothers. They can sit in a round table, work together, and deliver. The major problem within them are just these three. But the fact remains, they can unite on one basis. Proper arithmetic. They sit down and see if they divide their efforts, probably they are going to lose this way and that way. They also look at William Ruto's strengths, finance. If they lack the finance, they cannot be able to face President William Ruto as individuals. So therefore, they need to come together. Whoever has money and whoever can speak, let them come together. Now, it is said that probably Rigathi Gachagua might not be on the ballot. He's probably saying it just for the sake. But me, I feel he should be there so that tupate mbivu na mbichi, so that we also lock the Mount Kenya region. If Ruto gets it, it's tough. So ladies and gentlemen, I feel strongly that if these people work together, I think they can do an amazing job towards 2027. My name is Abel Mukwa. Feel free to subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Thank you so much.